Okay, so this is gonna be my second build guide for this series. This is over the striker build set. Here it is right here. This is what it looks like. Not a whole lot to it. I use the bullfrog. Usually this is sort of just to get, a lot of hits. So you need weapons with high RPM. Bullfrog has 900 rounds per minute, so it's good. I also use the vector because it has, here's the bullfrog's talents too: accurate, responsive, and the talent that's built in with it. And for the vector, it has 750 RPM, so that's also pretty high. I use predatory and sustain and self-preserve, just for health purposes. So if I need health for any reason, that's kind of like my go-to gun. This is for cooldown because I have cool-headed, so any headshots reduce that cooldown timer, so that helps. Now to my gear, I'm pretty much stamina, so I can hit that 9k stamina to get the increase in self-heal and the increase in stacks you can get per shot that you hit on a target for strikers battle gear, that the improved version. And here you can see some of the mods that I have on here. So I have a couple firearms, but like I said, mostly stamina. And really not a whole lot to see here. I'm just gonna kind of go through each one. So I got the knee pads right there. So each individual gear piece I re-rolled or either recalibrated or like optimized it for stamina, and then the mods would be either stamina or firearms depending on which one I needed. And since this is more of a self-heal build, I did put first aid self-heal for a couple of these support mods, and SMG damage, since I will be using the vector quite a bit to get that those talents to heal me more efficiently and quicker. Here's my holster. That's basically it for that part. Now the skills, I use first aid and support station, mostly, like I said, just for like extra health, because this is basically my health build, or my self-healer build. So like Reclaimer is more of like, I would say, a group healing build, but this is better for like if you're running solo, but it could work for a group setting, I guess, too. So these are some of my stats right here, and I'm just gonna go over here for a minute, show you what it looks like again, and that's what it looks like there. Yeah, I actually like this quite a bit too. Yeah, it looks nice. This is the first time I've seen it. Sorry, I haven't actually looked at it myself before, like this at least. So I'm just kind of looking at it right now. Even though it's not all black, like I kind of like it like all dark colors, I still do like how it looks because it's, I don't know, it's sleek looking compared to the other gear sets. Oh, another thing with this build too, not only does it give you, since I'm mostly a stamina build, it also gives you if you don't know what strikers is, basically the more times that you can hit a target, doesn't matter how many, but the more times you can hit it consecutively, you get like a damage buff. So your damage increases, and it will decrease if you miss your shots. But you can also get like self-heal, so you can see here. For PvP, I use a showstopper because I can output damage quickly with that, and it's an automatic, so you just hold it down. But as you can see, I'm kind of getting health back whenever I can hit a shot, so that helps. me withstand some of these shots. And well, as you can see, in a minute I'm about to get some kills, because the showstopper, these stacks really help. Yes, that's one kill right there. And then let's see, I think I killed him too. And then he got the finisher. And here is the PvP, or the PvE Dragon's Nest part of this video. This one, you're gonna see it's a lot different from how it went with the last video for Reclaimer, because with Reclaimer it took a while for me to, you know, actually kill people. I didn't have that many firearms and stuff, but here it's a little different. As you can see, even though the riot shield guys are still like a problem, they're not really as much of an issue since I can actually shoot them. If you look at my health bar, it's, even though it keeps going down, it's constantly raising back up, so it's almost like the health is being regenerated even faster than it would be if I had like Reclaimer or something. And you know, I also have a lot more health than I do with the Reclaimer build, so that's another thing to think about if you're trying to use a certain build. But I have to constantly use med kits. I'd say that's probably the only downside. So like fire, anything like that, if you don't have immunizer or somebody using Reclaimer with you already, then it might not be the best solo build if you are in a time crunch, I guess. But overall, you can see his flames are basically like the damage I can regenerate back per second, so it's, even with two people, I haven't even had my first bar fully drained, so that's another reason I like this build. I'm able to tear through these guys easy too. Like, you can see I'm hitting around 20 something thousand, about almost 30,000 without a headshot, so that's pretty good, I'd say, for a stamina build too. And this is just the cleanup part right here, where I just take these guys out real quick. I tried shooting his shield to see if I could get it to, you know, break, but I couldn't, so I just killed him since that was quicker. But you know, just against one riot shield, it's basically nothing. Like, he's not even an actual threat. I'm just pretty much toying with him at this point. And he's dead now. Last flame guy right there. His tanks are easy to blow since, you know, the damage level that I can output is so high now. So he's dead. Then it's just the 3 engineers in the back, and that's it. So I can't remember if I get hit by one of those bombs or not, but regardless of if it did hit or not, it wouldn't really do anything to me. Okay, yeah. But I put the immunizer right in time anyway. As you can see here, my health does drop a bit, but I don't actually like worry about it since I know I'm going to get it back quickly. But just in case, you know, I do pop a med kit. But like I said, as long as you have a med kit, you know, just in case, then you're still good. Like I said, this build is really for, with this specific loadout, is really for just PvE. If you want to run solo, I'd recommend this build maybe. But for PvP, I would say use showstopper, and I mean the rest is up to you. But I would definitely say, because depending on which set of 3000 or which 3000 marker for stamina you want, that determines like how much of the buff you get. So I would say go 9000, don't go like 3000 or 6000, just go all the way to 9000, because as you can see, it helps. You don't die as fast. This is probably my favorite of the health type builds, because ways to get health would be either Reclaimer, this, or defense. So yeah, I'd say this is my favorite. So I'll just let the rest of this video play out, and thanks for watching.